Right, basically with carpentry and joinery tools you've got your marking out tools and your cutting tools and fixing tools. So first of all I'll talk a little bit about the marking out tools. You always start off with a basic tape measure. You can get the tape measures from up to 2 metres up to 10 metres in length, all different sizes. You always have metric on one side, inches on the other side, which is imperial and metric. You'll find on a tape measure as well, the end of the tape always has a little bit of movement, and the reason for that is if you're measuring externally, it hooks on the end and it moves to the end of the tape, but if you wanted to measure something, an internal measurement, the tape pushes over to measure an internal measurement. And the reason why it moves the thickness of the metal on the end. If that didn't move, you wouldn't get an accurate measurement with a tape. So that's a tape measure which slides in and out. You can also have a folding ruler for measuring for different sizes, or you can have a steel ruler for measuring sizes as well. Moving on to the basic tri-square. Basically it's just a 90 degrees square, simple piece of equipment, and all you do is push it against the timber, and it's for marking a square line 90 degrees all the way around the timber like so. So that's one of the most common things you can have in a toolbox. It's important for a carpenter to always have things square, because once you start going off slightly out of square, it throws everything out. So it's very important to keep things to be kept square. Next type of square, this one here, is what we call a roofing square. So if a carpenter's working on a roof, they'll use a roofing square, and basically if he's working with the roof at 30 degrees, he can set the roofing square to 30 degrees, so when he's doing the plumb cut on the timber, he can mark it to the angle where he needs to be. It also gives you the C cuts on the opposite side. So again, that's another really helpful piece of kit. The next one is basic. It's very, very similar to the roofing square, what we call a sliding bevel. And what the sliding bevel is, it's basically a square where you can set it at 90 degrees and you can set it at any angle, and it moves to different angles. So you can set that to various different angles. So if you're working on a roof, or if you're working in a bay window, you could push down in the corner of a bay window to get the angle, so you know what angles you're going to fit the skirting board to. So that's a sliding bevel. Next one, now this is the most common square carpenter would carry in his toolkit, because basically it's what you call a combination square. You can use it for 90 degrees, and also on the other side you can use it for 45 degrees. So you can mark 90 degrees and 45 degrees, and also you can adjust it to whatever size it needs to be. So you could set it to 20 mil, because it's like a tape measure. It's got the millimetres on one side, so you can set it to 20 millimetres and mark a parallel line on a piece of timber like so. So that's a really versatile tool, marking gauge, combination gauge, sorry. So that's the marking out tools. Next, you can also call as a marking out tool is the spirit level. And the spirit level is basically, it's a tool what sets something either perfectly level or perfectly plumb. All it's got on the ends and in the middle, it's got a liquid in with a bubble in. And when you get the bubble set exactly in the middle, you know it's plumb. And you normally have a bubble on the bottom and a bubble on the top. And you also have a bubble on the side for setting things level. The reason why it's called a spirit level is because basically if that liquid was just water and you're using it on a really cold day, it would end up freezing. So what they do is they put alcohol is the liquid what's inside of the spirit level, hence the word spirit level.